Hello and welcome back to Switzerland. We had a little break, or I did, and it's very relaxing. What did I do? Well, spent most of the time watching Netflix. It was perfect. So, I'm raring to go, and I can't wait to get naming a few trains. That's coming up very shortly. We'll also maybe do a little bit of detailing. Thank you to everyone who joined me in the random live stream that wasn't at all planned, but it happened anyway. We'll go over what happened in that, just a few things that we touched up. Most of the time it was just driving around in cab views, which was very relaxing, and I got to chat with you, which was awesome. What else are we doing today? Might do a little bit of detailing over in Italy. There's something I've been meaning to do for a while. Date is moving again. We've also accumulated a bit of cash. We may even fit in creating the river that's just behind us, or will be. Currently we're sat at Visp looking at our buses, and the train should be departing shortly. Also, a big thank you to everyone who enjoyed and watched the cab ride and the flyby. There goes our train. I've started to do the cab rides in two different forms. The fast forwardy version, the time lapse, and also the normal ones that I usually do. There we go, something for everybody. So, should we get on with today's episode? Show? I've never called it a show in my entire life. I might have done. Don't quote me on that. Right, today's episode. Shall we get going? They're building here, I see. We'll bring up the UI. As you can see, we've got a bit of funds in there. Should we take a look? We've not looked at our points. We've got plenty of money in the bank. We've got a healthy score, I guess. I don't know. You can hover over it and get a breakdown of everything we've achieved so far. Halfway through the series. Well, not halfway, just midway. I don't know whether it's going to be exactly another 40 episodes. We will play it to its conclusion, which will be everything hooked up and hopefully into the modern era. So there you go. You can read that at your leisure. We've got 8 points for company value. The 9 for having transported at least 100,000 passengers. So that's 9 times 100,000. Will that be right? I don't know how that works. But that's kind of cool, isn't it? I love the little breakdown. And there's all of our stuff. I'll scroll down. Top speed, 125 kilometers an hour. Top length rail, whatever that means, 509 meters. Oldest vehicle, 74 years old. I would imagine that's our steam train. That's all right, isn't it? I don't mind that. We'll see how old we can get it. Number of lines, 61. Different cargo types transported is 7. There we go. Little catch up on that. That's a bit broken. Our population currently is nearly 5,000 actual sims. I don't believe that includes all the vehicles we've got as well. There's our track. Total track, what's this in? Meters, I would say, maybe. 159,222 meters as of 1948, which is what we're in. Halfway through. Pretty decent. Balance is broken. You can hover over it there. But, oh dear. Anyway, we've paid off our loan. That's one thing we did in the live stream. I will be doing more, providing my internet stays as it was, as it looked okay when I watched the VOD back. Right, first up, goods train. We need a goods train. I don't think they're named the most, are they, the good trains? We possibly have one. We only want trains, and we only want to see what we can see. Makes it a lot easier. Can you tell which one's named? I don't know. We'll bring it up. Yes, there we go. Dolly. Let's take train 4. This is B. Backer. And I like this one. We're going to call this one Chuck. Why is that? Chuck Berry, Johnny Be Good. Isn't that perfect? We're a goods train. Now these will mainly be goods trains, I guess. Goods/machines. And I don't know why I closed the line, as I still need it open. Not that one. This one. Here we go. So we've got Chuck, Dolly, And while we're in here, we have David. Oh, I don't know how to pronounce your name. David Nairn? Close enough. Well, it's not, is it? It needs to be right because it's your name. David, because these are machine and goods trains, we're going to call this one Florence. There we go. As Florence plus the machine, as it's written. Or Florence and the machine. We're getting the names done, aren't we, today? I'm going to save some for towards the end, and thank you to everyone who put forward their suggestions. Remember, the theme is something artistic, musical, actors, painters, and so yes, we're going along that theme. Movies as well, movie titles, song titles would work. Alright, next up, Mad Hatter. Whoa, we need to be miles away from here. We need to be all the way over here. Is it this one? No, it isn't. This is perfect. Right, we'll name your train first. Our other one is Edward Woodward. All the Woods. And this one is Thomas Woodward. So we'll call this Sir Tom. Of course, the real name of Tom Jones. There we go. Both of our login trains are now named. Moving on, we're going to go... Oh, goods train. Oh, sorry, Steve. I miscalculated. I have an extra goods train. Although, saying that, do we possibly need a fourth goods train? I'm kind of leaning towards yes. Although, as I get over here, the machines are empty, but that might be because of the lack of steel delivery. No, our production's up there. We could really get the shipment going. Let's have a look at the consumers. That will probably happen once Sion is added to the network, which eventually we are going to do. We will add everything. Are we backing up down here? We kind of are, aren't we? We got 297 on there. What sort of rate do we have coming out of this? Production 256, so we need to match that. 256 rate, would that be correct? And what's our current rate down here for steel? We're not far off, so perhaps we don't need double, but maybe longer. We could probably go with that. It's a beefy train. Yeah, let's do it. Let's add a few more on there. By the looks of things, it is making us money. The condition, we don't really worry about condition, as they don't pass close enough to town, I don't think. We can double check. But let's get some more wagons on there. It is on the way back, which is ideal. Soon we'll unlock some bigger wagons as well, so that'd be great. Should we go with a couple of extra wagons on there? We're still in mediocre. That it doesn't really do much grade-wise, so I'm going to say we'll add 4. And we'll see what that does for our rate later. Right, modify that. Get on. I'm all excited. Can you tell I've got loads of energy? Yes. Sticking your feet up and watching Netflix is rather nice and energizing. Well, it's not energizing at the time, is it? Afterwards. At the time, it's very relaxing. Okay, there we go. Let's have a double check on the rate that we've got there. 261. Oh, we're a little over. Hopefully that all levels out. Obviously, we're going to clear the platform this time. I don't know whether it overloads the platform. Possibly not. I don't know whether it clears it either, so we can double check on things like that. Now, you're going to have to excuse possible background noise. However, I'm going to say that cars and trucks driving by probably adds to the overall ambience of the map. No, that's... I'm recording a little bit later than usual. So it's actually nearly 7 o'clock in the morning, which is super late for me and probably why I'm full of beans. Is that the saying? I think so. Don't worry, I'll calm down eventually. Anyway, right, we're not done with train names. We need to figure out whether we can fit that extra one in. Steve, we'll get around to an extra goods train. More than likely. Tater is up next for one of our passenger trains. I like this one. Michael Rosenberg. Me, pronunciations. Always the same. Anyway. Yes, of course, Passenger. The band, group. I believe it's the name he uses as well. He stuck with Passenger even though he went solo. Yes, I did some Googling. How accurate that is, I don't know. I do like his music though. So we're definitely having him. Not Raymond though. That's Raymond. We need the other one. Where's the other one? It should be close, right? It's either heading down the mountain. No, that's Dolly. We've already named all of our goods trains. Where are you? Florence? No. At least they've all got names now. It adds a bit of character to the map, doesn't it, when the trains all have names? I think it's you. Train 7 currently. We're calling this one Michael. We now have... Ooh, that's not how you spell that. We now have another train named. Perfect. Next up, Derek Jones and Papa Smurfette 007. Love it. And that's another coal train. We've got two, haven't we? We've got two mixed coal and iron trains. So if we pick the line here, there we go. This one should do. Train 10 is going to be called... Oh, not that. Not Sheffield. Not double R either. Dear oh dear. Sheriff Roscoe P. Coal train. There we go. Of course, from Dukes of Hazzard. I must admit, I did grin a little bit when I saw that name requested. Oh, it's looking lovely down here. I love these signals. They're absolutely wonderful. There goes one of our newly named goods trains, Chuck. Chuck Berry. Johnny B. Good. We've got one more to name. And it absolutely should be named. Quite rightly so. And JBS. Thank you for the suggestion. Where are you? We need to find the train. I've managing to lose the trains and only grabbing them via line. Is this the one? I believe that's one of them. Perfect. And this absolutely had to happen. Heidi. Anybody remember watching Heidi? Or reading the books? Perfect. Right, that's all of the train names for today. How many are we left with? I would imagine we've done quite well. A passenger train. Oh yes, there's the two trains out here. Perhaps Heidi should be this one up in the hills would make more sense. Where's Heidi? Not to undo Heidi there. Maybe. Oh, we have something new. What is that? Is that a tram or is that a train? Oh, it's lovely, whatever it is. Well, that wasn't planned. I'm not entirely sure which ones are going to unlock, but this looks like a good thing to do, to add newer trams. Should we take a look in here? Manage vehicles. Well, actually, save it first, Grand. We're now saved. Now we can see whether it's a... Not that I don't trust it, but it's better be safe than sorry. We named all of our trains, didn't we? Okay, let's get in here. It's a tram. It's the ATM. So a money machine. Is it going to make us loads of money? Is that what it's going to do? It's going to print money for us. Actually, that's not how ATMs work. They just store money and give it to you. They don't actually create it. Off on a tangent slightly. The 4000 is an articulated vehicle with only 2 drive axles and a suspended centre box. Easy for you to say. What is it like compared to our current trams? It is slower, but it carries more. Now, even though it's slower, I don't think that matters for us because all of our trams are operating in town centres where you can't really get up to speed anyway. So hopefully it just goes on and see how they... Oh, they're lovely. I'm just going to say, I like those a lot. Aren't they wonderful? I love this little bit in the middle. Do we like those guys? They look fantastic in blue and white. No bias there whatsoever. There's one in white going up there. Oh, I love them. Is this a mod? Or is this part of the game? If it's a mod, it's wonderful. I mean, if it's part of the game, it's wonderful. Oh, I like that. In fact, I like that a lot. Can we Can we ride on it and get a better... Yeah, there we go. 4012, that may be relevant. Enter, perhaps. Do the doors open? Oh, and the little footplate comes out. That's brilliant. Oh, perfect. Absolutely wonderful. Right, let's throw some more of those on, especially in our capital. I know. This is supposed to be our capital. For the map, it has the highest population in real life, and for all the towns that are listed and all the cities. But I'm trying to eke out as much life on our trams as possible. I mean, they're not carrying the most, but they're carrying enough. So let's get these named. Not named. We're not naming each individual tram, but we are going to replace them. Manage vehicles. Let's get all you new with these fancy ATM 4000s. They're fairly good price as well. I would imagine they're a little bit cheaper to run. I mean, we could check, couldn't we, to make sure, but we'll replace them. How much are these to run? These cost... Does it say anywhere? Am I missing it? Oh, it's right at the top. Nearly 70,000, say, a year to run. These are 52,000. There we go. Nearly 53,000 a year. So much cheaper to run. Cutting some costs, can carry more people. We're also upgrading those trams so that they're nice and new. Now we get them in what colour is that? Teal, cyany, tealy and maroon. They look wonderful. I like the two-tone with white and then the colour. It's very busy down here. We may need to upgrade these bridges as well at some point. Ding, ding, ding. I like them. Good job on whoever did those. Should we go over here then? I believe we got some here as well that we could... oh, these are teal as well. That's fine. We can have them in that colour. We only got 4 running on here. But I like these too much. I love them. I mean, I'm really tempted, if you watch the live stream, we'll go over here. It was a little bit busy at the bus stop. Okay. Maybe that sorted itself out. It might be only once the train turns up, which does suggest we may need an actual bus depot-y type thing going on. Even if it, well, we'd have to, well, they're not small. Finish your sentences, Grant. Much better for everyone watching. What we could do is possibly, let me think about this, destroy some of this and get a through bus station going that is perfectly in line with the front of the station there, so we don't take away too much from building, so that they can build near it. I mean, because how much do these trains drop off? They drop off an awful lot, don't they? I do remember in the live stream we were sat here and we was going to catch the bus all the way, well, catch our public transport all the way from Thun to Italy, to Domodossola. Domodossola. Oh, give it up, Grand. We're nearly up $200 million and we finally paid the loan off. I mean, it's busy. It's not overcrowded. Where's everybody going? We've got 76 going to Frutigen and 61 going to Brig. The only way through the mountain at the moment. It may be a little more interesting once we've got the high-speed line on to see how they separate themselves. But yes, what I was saying before I forgot was we were doing this, the journey across the map, and these trains took forever to show up. So we might be able to have a third, I think. Just temporarily. What we can do is have a third and then retire it once we have the high-speed version on us. Obviously, that's going to divide the throughput. We are still going to create some more resorts, mountain resorts up in on this mountain line that these travel. The Lötschberg. I'm not sure how that's pronounced. Lötschberg. That'll do. Close enough. Our trains are looking a little bit rough, but like I said, it's emissions. I kind of like them looking worn. We're probably going to replace them fairly shortly. We're sat there waiting. We just got the green light. It's a bit of a rust bucket. So are the cars on the back. But I think we should be saving up our funds anyway to get that mountain railway done. Alright, what else have we got to do? We've named all the trains. Have I forgot anything? Probably. I'm all excited to be back. It's great to be back. Thank you for sticking with me while I took my break. I'm definitely going to do that at a set point, probably to line up with my my wife's vacation time. That way I never get burned out is the plan, and we can stay refreshed. Should we do something then today? What did I say I was going to do? Yes, a little bit of detailing in Italy. This bit here could do with a little tidying up. Spend some of that hard-earned money we've got. I would like to sort of get a retaining wall and extend this out to up to the line here, so we've got a bit more scenery going on. Right, let's do it, guys. Let's do it. We are going to do a bit of detailing, and just need a good size for this brush, and then flatten us a little section down here, and then we'll go from there. This bit we can't do much about at the moment. However, we've got some tools that we can use to get that working. It should also keep the track nice and flat. Right, there we go. We'll spread this all the way across so we can get a nice little fence going along here. Something along those lines anyway. Smooth this on so it's not so obvious. There we go, that's lovely. Spend all that money. I've noticed a problem straight away. We need some ballast or something down here. Well, it's not a problem, is it? No. But it would be nice to have the ballast along here rather than just grass. Is that the one? That is the one. There we go. We'll bring that all the way up like that. Okay, we need to get this strength down just so we can give this a bit of dirt along the side. Oh, that's like not the dirt I was looking for. No, you want... There's like grassy dirt. There we go. That's... I mean, not that it matters too much, but it would be nice to get this along here. Fade out a little bit as we get up there. We could also put some stray ballast down, perhaps. And reduce this even further. Make it a little bit bigger. We just go along here. There we go. That's not too bad. Bits of ballast blowing around in the wind. What else could we have? Maybe some gravel. Is that the nice gravel? There we go. We'll put that along like that. Give it a bit of texture. Right, we don't want that tree there. You can go. We don't want these trees like hanging onto the side of the cliff either. So we'll get the assets and we'll delete these back just up here. They don't make much sense really. Paint tools. No, we don't need that. We need this one. I'd like to get that gone, but I don't think we're going to manage it. Can we just flatten that? Ooh, that's nice. There we go. We sort of got it. We're going to detail over that so it's not too much of an issue. Right, so we've got this section here, which is going to have some fence along it. It doesn't quite do it as we're encroaching onto the industry here, which makes this slope. We've got tools to deal with that. I would like the fence tool. That's not the fence tool. This is the fence tool. And we're just going to have like a little wooden barrier, a little wooden fence running along here. I think that one would be nice out here. And what have we got? We want line to start with. Just go up like that. And then we'll go curve from here. And just curve it along with the track. As our trains are busy driving by us. And we'll take it all the way. Probably zoom out a bit. Take it all the way up. I don't want it to be perfectly straight, which is why I've chosen the curve tool. There we go. Now I'd like it line to come across like this. And then we can go that way a little bit. Oh, that's curving the wrong way. All right. We can fix that. Put it on line and then curve. And we'll take it to about there. And finish. There we go. That's already adding a little bit to the scenery, isn't it? As I stare straight through the catenary. I like that. We could look for some things to stick in there as well. Some little assets. Right, this section needs a little bit of love and attention. Ideally, I would like this to just drop off and then have some extra machines down here. Maybe even some outbuildings. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what we can come up with. We would like the retaining wall that also terraforms. I could never remember where it is. I want to say in here. There it is. Collision off. We don't need the collision technically. What we do need is to adjust the terrain. So we want the lower terrain to be something like 15. Length, we can go with 10, I think. I guess this one would be nice out here. How does that look? Maybe this? Yes, that kind of works. The brick sort of works. Oh, it's got fancy stuff on it. No, not that. I'm going to go with this, the stone. And how deep do we need it? -9. Until we can get it roughly... Doesn't matter if we get a step, but if we can get it close to how low that is, it would be ideal. That's close. Is that close? That's fairly close, isn't it? 15 too much? Maybe not. Let's try 15. Can we make it a bit wider down here? All the way? 25? How's that look? I mean, that's as close as you're going to get it really, isn't it? I like that. So if we do that all the way across, we can also use our other tools to do something with it. We can also, I guess, add a little bit of terrain leveling with the upper terrain, so there's not a gap between the track. I guess technically we could also offset the track, couldn't we? Upper terrain length. Lower terrain. Oh, we need this on 10. Oh, the equal wall length. It actually just says it there. Okay, we want Z offset. Do we want the Y offset, wouldn't we? Yes, the Y offset, which will push us out from the track a little further and give us perhaps something to play with, maybe a fence of some sort, and which means we can go with that to make sure it's nice and smooth and level. Can we go with 10? There we go. There we go. I think we've found it, guys. We can start from, I'd say there, just where the signal is. We'll put that in and we'll take it all along. The reason I've gone for 10 and not any longer, we've got a bit of a curve to the track and possibly some height change as well. So having smaller segments allows us to get a natural curve with it and not look too out of place. And I think I like that. We can make it look not as tall by adding extra bits of, say, concrete with our other terrain tools. But so far, I like this. And you see it's giving us a nice flat surface to work with, should we want to detail. There we go, guys. What do you reckon? Like an extension to the in-game version of the industry, whatever it is. What is this? It's an iron mine, isn't it? Yeah. So we can add iron mine related things. There we go. Get that all done. I like it. Is it possible to smooth this out? I'm not sure. I think we're going to be... Oh no, there we go. We can tidy that up as well. Oh, it's beautiful, guys. It's beautiful. Look at that. It's helped us to lower the terrain as well, to give us... In fact, that was almost perfect, wasn't it? The distance there. Away from there. Away from the industry. Perfect. Right. We want that. We just would like to sort of bring you up, but we've got some terrain issues just there. And now we've got floaty fencing. No, you haven't. No, we haven't. We're good. We're good. We can probably hide this with some concrete blocks. Let's try. We go into here and we choose something like that and just pick a neutral concrete sort of effect. Possibly something like this. We can hide this gubbins down here. So we want to make that quite wide. Is that the right one? I think so. Yeah, that's getting wider that way. Is that right? Right, off center. We want it to stick out. I believe the other side. Our trains keep going by. Something... Oh, that's miles away. We went from one extreme to the other. There we go. Something like that. We can raise it a touch as well. Maybe 1 meter. It kind of clips the track a little bit. One more. Yes, I sort of like that. Oh, we kind of want somewhere in between. I wonder if changing the width would change how close we get into the track. Oh, yes, we could do it that way, couldn't we? Almost. I mean, I probably will take that. There we go. Just a little section there. There. It just hides that. I mean, the grass is seeping through there, through the concrete. But, I mean, that happens. I sort of like what's going on here. I'm not sure what we're going to do with it yet. Maybe a wire fence of some sort. We could try that. What do we have? That every time I click on that one, that's track. This is fence. There's this wire fence, which I think that would do the job for us. We don't want it completely blocking, do we? So if we start from, say, somewhere like here and go along... Oh, no. Line. We go along like that. We just start there. Then we stick the curve on just in case the track's curving, which I believe it kind of is. And we can go along here. A little bit of health and safety, sort of. I don't know whether we need this curving at all at the moment. It's fairly straight. I take it all back. I don't know whether... It does seem to curve a touch, but not too aggressively, which really does help when you're laying stuff like... Right, that needs to come up to there. Like these trackside things. Well, there we go. That's pleasant, isn't it? It shouldn't be... Ooh. I don't know what that was all about. It shouldn't be too regular, but it just adds a bit of variety to the side of the track for our future cab rides. Now, we want to replicate something like this and eventually have possibly some buildings down here, like I said, and some machinery. But for now, I think we can just do something like that. There we go. Just take the grass off a little bit. Add a bit of gravelly, concretey stuff and then some mud. And then we'll get detail in it later. Right, so that's a bit of that. We need some dirt, don't we? As well. Like that, just to give it a bit more of a texture. We'll leave some of the grass in there at the moment. We're kind of making our way to building it. And there we go. We've extended the side. Like I said, we could hide the bottom. It doesn't look too bad, to be honest. To make it slightly less of a giant wall, we could give it some structure, perhaps using this one here. And instead of raising it up, we can lower it. Currently it does that. We want it much lower though. We've got new things, guys. We have a rail bus, an actual rail bus. There's our new wagons. I guess when we come back, we'll be starting on those. We also have a couple of new ships. I want to get that rail bus on somewhere. And we will. Absolutely. Right, anyway, let's finish these and not get too distracted. Although I'm looking forward to reorganizing our consists with our new wagons. That's exciting. Right, yes, what are we doing? We're doing this. We have about the right... We could take it a little further. There we go, that's perfect. And then we can lower it. So we want the -5. There, almost perfect. I'll take it. Then if we go into the side here, we can just take this along, I'm hoping. Of course it doesn't line up. Does it flash though? Yes, of course it does. Right then, we need to find a length that doesn't overlap too much. Is that one? No, you're still flickering. Aren't you lovely? Oh my days. Z ordering, guys. Z ordering. How about that? No. Perhaps I can make it shorter. Slightly. No, that's going to do it as well. Fantastic. Guys, I found one. I mean, it's still a bit flickery, but we'll ignore it. We'll put this along here. I mean, it would be nice to have some stairs on. You can sort of... it's still flickering. It's terrible. Maybe this idea is going to be knocked on the head because I can't stand that flickering. It drives me crazy. Right. Could you... Oh, there we go. Sort of better. We won't go too crazy with that then. Is that the lowest we can get it? I believe it is. We do have invisible track, but we also have ballast. And then we can put no catenary on there. Will it let us draw? It will. So we can hide it. If we just bring this along with the upper track. There we go. Like that. And then we can use that as a base, can't we? That'll do. And in fact, that will allow us to go up one. And hide it and step down perhaps. Yeah, there we go. I have a plan. In fact, we don't need the off. We want that just to... There we go. take it up to 3. We could make this one stick out a little further, since we do have a bit of room to play with now. And we can take the height right up. I don't know what this is. We'll probably have some buildings in there. There's no flickering, so that is fantastic news. Oh, it's beautiful. There we go. It just separates the edge of the wall there. Oh, now there's gap. It is on a curve then, guys. It's definitely on a curve. So we need shorter segments. And if we go with something like that, we should be able to get away with it. Hopefully. Without the flickering. It's beautiful. Is it flickering too much? That one is. Never easy detailing. Never. Oh, we could go the other side in here and then start going lower. So we could do that and start dropping off. So it looks like we're stepping down. Again, I don't know why I'm doing this or what it's for, but it adds a bit to it, doesn't it? Can we take it down, say 2 meters? There we go. How's that look? Can we go even smaller on this? Too small? No, still flicker. How's that? Close enough. Oh dear. Right, I'll go away and I'll finish that for us, because I believe it's going to be a case of switching between these to stop the Z order fighting. Oh, no, or you can fluke it perhaps. Yeah, there we go. Found one. At least there's one way of getting around it. That's all you need, isn't it? Perfect. Guys, like clockwork. No editing done there whatsoever. There we go, and it tidies up the edge as well quite nicely. And I guess we could get something up the end there. Probably some more concrete. And if we go via the track and do the minus and then go back off the track center. We don't want that, do we? Oh, no, you do want that. You don't want that. Where do we want that? About 3? Oh no, that's getting lower. Oh yeah, you don't want this. You want it 0, I think. Do you? Oh, you've got height on it, you plonker. We actually do want height, don't we? About 1 meter, I believe. And then you need to go right out from the... there we go. That just tidies that quite nicely. Yes, we're going through a fence. There we go. That's nice. Guys, we have a bit of detail there, and I got a little bit carried away. I don't know whether I like that yet. We might go for something a little different. I don't know what buildings we've really got in here to add to it. Oh, what are these? We've got pipe works, apparently. Ooh, that's fancy. Okay, we'll leave that alone for now. I don't want to get into that just yet. Do we have any industrial type buildings? That would be kind of great. Era industrial. Here we go. Do we want era 2, don't we, really? And we kind of want them quite... oh, yes. See, stuff like this can go out here. They don't look very big. Scale. 50... There we go. Could we go 50-50? Make it a bit chunkier. Just have that out there somewhere. Oh, it smokes. It's perfect. We can put some trucks in there. At the back is perfect. There we go, guys. Yeah, some things like that out the back. Maybe some excavators if we can find those. We could even draw like a little path up here, and then we'll have to end it. Take a little bit of a cab ride. Oh, I thoroughly enjoyed that. I got a little carried away perhaps with the detailing. No surprise there. Is that the right one? What is that one? We want not asphalt, gravel. But not the bright gravel. We want that one. We want it a bit heavier. What I'm thinking of doing is giving us like a little driveway thing going down here that's not actually active. Stick that strength up a bit more. There we go. Something like that. So it connects to the road here. If we hold shift, we should be able to tidy that up a touch. And we can put some fencing in there and all sorts a bit later. I like it. Well, there we go. I've been meaning to do that for a while, guys. And stage 1, I would say, is done. We've given it a bit more character. Something's going on down here. something of possible interest. I guess what we'll do now is to finish off the episode, take a ride down there. Alright guys, I've got us a train. We're currently in the tunnel heading out in Italy. Domodossola. Come on, get your tongue around it. We're on the way to take a look at that new bit of scenery we added. We named a whole bunch of trains. When we kick off with the episode 42, which is the episode for the meaning of life, the universe and everything, obviously, we'll be digging us a bit of a trench to make a river, which exists in real life west of Visp. I believe it's to the west. We're south, right? So if I look north, somewhere like that. To the west, north, east, south. Somewhere on the side. Near where our station is, so that we can bridge across it. Then we've got a bit of a flying junction to design, which branches off to the high-speed tunnel that goes towards Speets and then Toon. But yeah, that's it. We're back, guys. We're back. It's been episode 41. It's good to be back. I'm looking forward to getting back in with some new vehicles. We've also got those consists to do. Did I mention that? Not sure. Anyway, I'll leave you with a bit of a cab ride so you can see our new scenery. And then we head off into the tunnel. But that's been that. And until next time, take care.